Today.
Hello, Quesnel, and welcome to Q Today. I'm Allison Duddy.
And I'm Nate Bell, and this is our show for April the 23rd.
All right, our top stories from the Observer. We've got some city news for you, and unfortunately, Family Day folds.
And coming up later in the show, I'll be speaking with Donna Jaguisch and Sandra Koett from the Multiple Sclerosis Self-Help Group about their first annual MS Walk that will be taking place on Saturday, April the 27th.
Great. All right, here at Q Today, we bring you the recent news from the Quesnel Caribou Observer, and we also bring you our own stories from the community. So let's get right into the news with Nate here.
Okay, so it's time for our top 5 city news stories in rapid order. Number 1, South Hills City garbage pickup will become a reality later this year as council approved residential garbage collection for all taxpayers with residential dwellings, with the exceptions of those who live in mobile home parks. Guess they have a different deal there. Number 2, let's hear it for tourism and good old civic pride. Chair and Councillor Scott Elliott met with his committee last month, and the group has a daunting task, their mandate, to attract visitors in partnership with local and regional organizations, enhance the quality of life of residents by promoting community involvement and making recommendations to council. Number 3, secondary suites were approved for the 160 and 320 Nickel Ridge residences in Carson, and the one in contention that we talked about at our last program at 136 Leonard received 3rd reading. Number 4, Dunkley Lumber and the city are cozying up to each other as the mill is pretty far out of town, but still, Dunkley, in the event of a major fire, Dunkley may request help. It's a new agreement that they signed with the city, and the city has the option. They may or may not respond, depending on the city's resources at the time of the request. And the last big story from the city, construction for a new 2-story mixed-use building in the downtown core was approved. And you know, it's where that Petrocan gas station was. A new Johnson Meyer building will be located at the corner of St. Laurent and Reed, and the bottom will house Johnson Meyer, and the top 6 apartments, and the top will have 6 apartments. Got it. I was so excited about that because I believe that apartments, you know, that's how you build, keep it up. A residential little component right down in the downtown core. It's fantastic. Yep. And that's the top 5 city stories, Allison.
Thanks, Nate.
Okay.
And it'll be good to see them doing something with that lot, too. I've sort of been wondering and seeing what they're going to do with that. All right, well, after 10 years, Family Day has been canceled. According to the city and council in their statement, the decision to cancel Family Day had nothing to do with politics. However, councillor and Family Day creator Sushil Tapar, and also Family Day committee treasurer Ron Campbell, who sits next to me some days, also challenged the city's statement, and they were saying that the cancellation of Family Day was due to political reasons. Tapar said political interference and the misuse of staff has put up so many roadblocks that a good event had to go down the tubes. So the remaining funds for Family Day have been transferred to the Early Learning Next Expo. Nate, I know you know a bit about Family Day. You were mayor when they started that. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, I think it's really sad. It's sad in the way that it was a great event, and events have cycles. They come and they go, and you can't get so upset because you get at the end of a cycle. And to kind of besmirch it with this kind of questions about political interference and this and that. Yeah, that's right. You know, Councillor Tapar has browned off council, and maybe they didn't support it as much as maybe they could have. But in the end, it was a good event. It lasted many, many years. Congratulations to everybody who was involved, who have been involved in Family Day, and let's carry on.
Well, a lot of volunteers put a lot of effort into doing that, you know, for the community. So, like you say, let's not besmirch, you know, what it was. It was a great event, but unfortunately, like you say, it's done.
Carry on. Next thing.
That's
and
right.
Early Learning Expo sounds really wonderful too.
All right.
Well, in the last couple of Observers, Annie Gallant has written about the nominees for the 2012 Volunteer Citizen of the Year Award. In Friday's paper, Gallant featured Linda Atkinson and her volunteer work with a variety of agricultural courses. Linda was, you know, a longtime teacher at QSS before that, and vice principal. Atkinson sits on several horse councils throughout the province. She's a member of the Alex Fraser Park Society, and she founded the Sisters Creek Standard Breed Rescue, which facilitates a transition for standard bred horses from racing to driving and riding. She is also a member of the BC Ag Council and vice president of the local group Farmed. As a volunteer, Atkinson sees the importance of helping politicians, reality-focused, and said volunteers provide a wealth of experience, and that helps the community to make good decisions. And so the awards dinner and gala event is taking place tonight, April 23rd, and we'll let you know the outcome on our next show. And by the way, Ron Paul, he is going to be honored at the event with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
We talked about that last time because I said I thought he was, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, right. That's right.
So, now
so we
put that in, and we know
Ron
he will
deserves it. He's
a
been
great
around
guy.
for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And done a lot of great work. Yeah.
All right, well, Annie Gallant also wrote a story in Friday's paper about Skyfest and Caribou Ford teaming up for a fundraiser. Now, for every vehicle that's test driven on Saturday, April the 27th, wow, there's a lot happening on April the 27th,
that's
isn't there, Nate? Caribou Ford is going to donate $20 to Skyfest through the Drive for Your Community fundraiser. Now, professional aerobatic performer Super Dave, not to be confused with Super Dave Osborne. Nate, I had to look this up on the internet because I thought he was
Super
just a
Dave.
stunt guy, but this is actually Super Dave. His last name is Matheson.
Okay.
And he's going to be featured during Skyfest 2013, and he's not only going to be providing a sneak peek of his fabulous airborne talents over Caribou Ford during the event at, I think, about 10:30 a.m., but Super Dave is also going to be making a personal appearance once he's on the ground. So the Drive for Your Community event at Caribou Ford is your opportunity to get an up-close and personal look at one of the masters of the sky, and maybe an autograph or two from pilot Super Dave, while you're in the midst of test driving some of Ford's finest vehicles, or so they say.
Good little marketing thing. Sounds
why not?
very ingenious.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to sports now. The Wave Riders, the swim team, had a good weekend in Prince George at the Moose Meet recently, but Garnet Curry had a golden one. Curry took the aggregate gold medal in the age 11-12 category, and the team as a whole broke 69 personal bests between the 16 swimmers, allowing them to sneak into 5th overall for the competition. Congratulations, Wave Riders.
That is fantastic.
Oh,
yes.
and you're going to talk about a special person to us.
I am. Doreen LaMarche, a.k.a. Reenie Ring Crash of the Gold Pane City Derby Girls, submitted a story in Friday Observer. And you may remember Doreen. She sat next to us here a little bit last year and helped us out here at QToday. So she talked a little bit about last season and the upcoming season and the growth of the team from both a numbers perspective as well as performance. This year, the Gold Pane City Derby Girls will be hosting 4 bouts, count them, 4 bouts, starting with a mixed scrimmage. Guess when, Nate? This Saturday, the 27th.
Well, we'll be running around.
All right. The doors open at 6 p.m. The whistle is at 7. Tickets are available at Reason to Run from one of the Derby Girls, or you can get your tickets at the door. Now, if you can't make it this Saturday night, you do have a chance to catch the hard-hitting roller girls here at home on May the 11th, on June the 1st, and of course at their 3rd annual Gold Rush Rumble, which is during Billy Barker Days, Friday, I believe the 19th. And all of these events take place at the Twin Arenas. Go and check it out. It's awesome. Can't say enough about it.
Right, and you are an avid fan, right?
I love it. I'll be there.
Okay, great. So as everybody knows, multiple sclerosis is a terrible disease, but there's some people in our community who are making a difference. Sandy Koett and Donna Jaguisch visited us here earlier today, and here's my conversation with them. Okay, I'm over here right now, and I'm with Sandy Koett. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
And Donna Jaguisch, or Jaguisch, right. Nice to see you guys.
You too.
Great that you invited us on.
Yeah. Well, Ellison was our little connector there,
Yes,
and
she
it was
was.
really nice of her to make that connection. Because we're going to talk about a walk, a special walk that's later on this week, but also we're going to talk a little bit about multiple sclerosis. And what in Quesnel what that means to many people. Okay, first, Sandy, you've had multiple sclerosis for quite a while now?
32 years.
32 years, and you've lived with it for that amount of time?
I'm still alive, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
still hanging in there.
Yeah, that's great. You know, you brought a picture there, and I want to.
This is my sister with MS, and she can't join me on the walk. She lives in Surrey, so I'm taking her with me on Saturday because she needs a cure too. And we're trying to raise awareness for everyone that there's a cure out there for us. We just need the funding and the doctors and the research.
Okay, so and that's why we're going to have this walk as a little part of the finding the cure. Do you believe there's going to be a cure?
I really feel it's close. With the stem cell research, that's got me going and excited. And the funding coming in, it's got to be out there, real close.
Right. And that was your wedding day, wasn't it?
This was.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Really
1995.
Nice picture. Yeah, great. And Donna, you are involved in the organization that helps bring people together with MS.
That's right.
Want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, about 2.5 years ago, we started with the Quesnel Muliple Sclerosis Self-Help Group. It came on board really well because we have very proactive people in our group, like Sandy, for instance. She invited her doctor to come to one of our meetings, and I thought, wow, a doctor came, Dr. Dirksen came, it was fantastic. Since then, we've had a pharmacist, we had Bob Simpson. It's been great. It's a positive group. We don't, as Sandy said, it's not a pity party.
Right.
So we really want to encourage our self-help group. Meets the first Friday of every month. At the C.D. Hoy room in City Hall, so it's all wheelchair accessible, and it goes from 12:30 till 2 o'clock.
Okay, right at City Hall. That's a great use of City Hall, I'd say.
It is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you also have MS too, don't you?
Yes, I do. I was diagnosed. My first attack was about 28 years ago. It was quite serious, but immediately I got good care through doctors, and there's so many different symptoms of MS, and I just want to encourage people. For instance, I have a little bit of depression, so I have great doctor care here in Quesnel that ensure that I can keep up with my spirits, and it helps with my mobility. I've also been put on a disease-modifying therapy called Copaxone. I inject nightly, which sounds scary, but you get used to it. And I haven't had a relapse in 11 years since I've been on this medication.
Wow.
So I feel really positive.
And you like to share that positive.
I want to share that. That's the whole point of our group. As you can get materials through us, come like a cooling necklace for heat. This is on exercise. It's very interesting. So these things are available through our self-help group.
And so let's just go back just a little bit and define MS for the viewers. It could be a very complicated thing, but in your words, how would you describe what this disease is?
Wow, it really changes your life.
Right.
But there's with support from family, friends, the community. It makes a lot of difference. And the equipment, we also, with that support, it helps people afford equipment.
So what happens is that first of all, you get diagnosed, and the feeling there, how would you describe?
The bottom of your stomach drops out. It's terrifying. But then after you start investigating and finding out about it, and it's not so scary. And you need support. It's a disabling disease, and everyone's so different.
How many people here in Quesnel have MS? Do you have any idea?
I don't know.
But you have a group of...
We have often 10 people at our group, right,
Oh, I see.
Sandy?
Yeah.
Average.
Did you say that? Average 10.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We know there's a lot more people out there, but Well, I was going to say, okay, the attack, our immune system will attack the myelin. That's what MS is.
I see.
And it can affect your brain, your spinal cord, that's why there's so many different symptoms for people with MS.
Yeah, so it could affect different people differently. And the thing that you're saying is, you know, with the stem cell research that's going on, there's a possibility of a cure.
Sure sounds good.
Yeah.
For many other diseases also, like Parkinson's, that they're working on doing research.
Right.
Another way to describe it, the myelin coating on your nerves is like a wire. To get one signal from point A to B, from your brain to the end of your fingertips. And if a mouse got a hold of a wire and started chewing on that wire, well, he's interfering with the signal. So that's another way to explain it. So it's not working anymore very good. Then sometimes it kind of repairs itself a little bit. And sometimes it doesn't repair itself.
Right. Yeah, that's a very good way of explaining it. Thanks.
It is. Excellent.
So, recently, in the last 5 years or so, we've heard about liberation therapy. What do you think?
I was so excited when I heard that because it sounded like the real thing. We saw so many people that were cured. It looked like they were cured. They were walking. And 2 years ago, 2011, with the support of the community, helped send me and my sister we went to California for the liberation treatment.
Right.
But I gave it a year. I felt really good afterwards. But I've gotten worse since. So I know that wasn't the answer for me or my sister.
Right.
But I do know of people that it really did help.
Donna?
I felt I didn't want to go there. Yeah.
Right.
I just decided that wasn't for me.
Right.
You know.
So the jury's still out, you think?
It is still out,
Yeah,
yes.
and what I've heard is, you know, basically we've got to go with the scientific method. And there's a lot of research that has to continue to happen. Because, you know, you have to see, hey, how does it help specifically? And do we have enough cases, enough trials?
Apparently, when we get our MS newsletters and things, Canada is really looking into it. That's why it's not been available in Canada.
Because we want to do all the...
More research.
Yeah, but you can see
more
why
research, more clinical trials.
Yeah.
They want to make sure it's safe because there has been a couple people died from that liberation treatment. One lady, I believe from Saskatchewan, she went to the same clinic in California that we did, that my sister and I did. And I believe hers was a blood clot to the brain.
Okay.
And I could be wrong. And another person lost, he had a stent put in one of his veins, came unlodged, and guess it got stuck by his heart. So he had to have, open heart surgery immediately.
Oh, wow. So
there was
it's not
risk.
like, oh yeah, we found the cure. It's more of, okay, it's an idea, it has helped people, but we're not positive that it's just going to be the panacea. So let's talk now about one way we're going to raise a little bit of money, and Quesnel people are going to get all behind it, and it is the walk. That is when? This?
April 27th, Saturday.
Right.
At Seal Tingley Park from 1 to 4.
Right.
People can donate online. You go to
mswalk.ca.
mswalk.ca.
And when you have to find your group, Quesnel Self-Help Group, when you key that phrase in, then you can find the person that you know on that team. Just click on their name and you can donate right online.
Okay.
Or Cash and checks, always accepted.
Okay.
That's, Sandy's into the computer thing. I'm kind of going, whoa, I don't know how to do this, but she's raised a lot of money so far over the online.
Oh, great.
I'm the type of person that says, just come for a walk and write a little check or whatever, just to enjoy the walk.
You're
and
the soft sell, okay. This is the hard sell,
well, she can do it on the computer, and I haven't figured that out.
Yeah.
So,
and the funds raised, does it go for research, or where does it go? Where do they go?
I believe 10, some stays in our community to help our own group.
Okay.
yes. If we got over 1,000, and it looks like because of your fundraising, we're over.
Right. If
A
we
lot
reach
of other
over-
people are doing it computer right
If our
too,
team
so.
reaches over $1,000, I believe 10% is returned to our group to help do more fundraising and help out with what are your items here?
Yeah, well, we
So
get
these-
these through the MS clinic. We have a fantastic MS clinic in Prince George, so that's
Right.
where we get our things.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much for being with me today and spreading the word, and I hope that a lot of people get out. Any last comments? Any last words?
Come walk with us. It's going to be
Yay.
a gorgeous day, and I'm hoping for a good turnout.
Hello, Quesnel. My name is Susan McNeil, and I'm the health promoter for Quesnel Services in the North. I work with the BC Lung Association to help folks become tobacco-free. Right now, we're offering a contest called Tobacco Free Tuesdays, and what that enables folks to do is have a trial period of 24 hours, smoke-free, tobacco-free, and your name will go in a draw barrel to win one of 5 fabulous prizes that the BC Lung Association is offering. So, in order to get into this contest, you need to be quit smoking on the Monday night at 11:59 p.m. before the first Tuesday of every month. We welcome everybody in British Columbia to come and join us. Hopefully this will give you your first try at being smoke-free. Thanks, Quesnel.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. It'll do.
Well, that was pretty powerful interview.
Yeah, I know. People carry on. Everybody gets something in the end. But it's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
How you deal with the cards you're dealt. And
We're resilient.
Those guys are doing great. And you're right. A cure is in the near future.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing that to us, and thanks to Donna and Sandy for coming in.
Yeah.
Now it's time to check out what's happening locally with our community calendar.
Okay.
QToday. 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 QToday.
As always, thanks to the Quesnel Alliance for helping us make our show possible. Their next garage sale is Saturday, April the 27th,
Yes.
from 9 to 2 p.m. at the Maple Park Mall. And as you know, all the proceeds stay right here in our community and go to those in need.
Great.
And remember, and don't forget their Mother's Day thing. That's May 14th, I believe it is.
May
or
12th,
12th, yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be a really nice breakfast for mothers at their new housing lot that's in North
right.
Quesnel. And remember, you can watch us anytime on the web on qcatv.ca or check us out on our Facebook. Big Q, Big T, All one word.
All right, that's it for the show. We want to hear from you with your story and your comments on our show. Whatever you think is important, we think is important. So email us at QToday@shaw.ca with your story, or ask us to cover a story you know the community would just love to hear more about.
Right. Yeah. So remember,
Q Today is about
Quesnel talking to Quesnel.
Thanks, bye for now.
I'm seeking